Stock Market Confession. We are embarking on a new adventure on YouTube and we want to share what's going on. Every week, I will look at a trade confession that someone has submitted. We will analyze the trade and see what we can learn from it, what was done, and if we can make it better. We are really excited about this segment and we really welcome your feedback. Dun, dun, dun! Stock Market Confessions. All right, so it's going to be a new segment that we're going to introduce within the Trending Thursdays, but eventually it's going to have its own segment one day in a week. All right? Oh, I like that. Look at that. Joey put the Stock Market Confessions, and we're going to leave it there as I read off a confession. Joey, did you find a link for...
Yeah.
All right. Joey's going to put a link in the room. If anybody has the wherewithal to submit a trade that they want to confess that was either a good trade or a bad trade or whatever, use that link, fill that out, and we're going to start doing stock market confessions. If I get enough confessions going, I can start to set up its own day and it will be its own portion. All right. And I am going to be introducing a new character. According to last week, I am thinking I like the idea of Professor Profit. All right, but if you guys have gotten any more ideas, and it will be its own character. It won't be me. It will be its own character. What kind of character would you like to see to present Stock Market Confessions? All right, so here's my confession. Let's see. And the problem is with this was somebody that I got from... as a possible confession. So I don't know the dates and the times that this happened. But it says, I lost 25% of my savings this week. What happened? After a long time trading blue chip stocks for modest and single-digit gains, last week I started contriving a plan to get into oil and hit it big. Where's my marker? I gotta write down key statements in here. All right, and hit it big. It says, I spent 40 hours considering all the options. Then on Monday, again, I don't know when this was sent to me, it became clear that it was time to strike. Here's another key statement here. I put 50% of my money in Tuesday morning. I cried. It was not fun, and I feel like I should never play the stock market again. Now, folks, that is a true confession. All right, let's talk about some of the key things that happened in that trade. And this is what Stock Market Confessions is all about, folks, because I think a lot of you are out there sitting in the same seat that this young lady was sitting in. Just keep that in mind. All right, so... I lost 25% of my savings this week. First thing that should never happen on any of your trades, you should not, on any one stock, you should not ever risk any more than 1% on any trade of your full portfolio. So what am I saying? If I've got a 10 stock portfolio and I'm investing $100,000, each position is $10,000. What's 1% of $10,000? $100. Joey, thank you for giving me your help. If I lost on each position, how much could I put? So I'm only wagering 10%, 1% of each position. I can put a 10% stop on each stock. 10%. If every stock met my criteria, my stop criteria 10%, how much did I lose in my whole portfolio? 10%. There's no reason in the world that in any given setup of a portfolio that you should ever be down 25%, first and foremost. I always limit your losses to 1% of your total portfolio on each one position. Number one. Number two, I started contriving a plan to get into oil and hit it big. Listen, you've got to have realistic expectations, especially if the person was investing in blue chip stocks for modest and single-digit gains. Well, the whole idea, what was your goal during that time period? To build your nest egg. probably the reason why you were in those blue chip stocks. All right. So then what did you do? You got ants in the pants and you need to dance, right? Right, Joey? Mm-hmm. You got a little antsy. All right. There's a difference in knowing that how much of your money you can get antsy with. So let me back this up a little bit. If I've got all my money out there, all right, all my total assets should be diversified so that if I want to get antsy, I don't get antsy with the big portion of my total assets. What do I mean? Well, how about this? You probably have 80% of all of your total assets in those single-digit blue chip stocks. 80%. Why? Because you're trying to build your portfolio, build your nest egg. How about 15% of it should be used for your swing trades, where you're getting in and out of stocks between a couple of days and a couple of weeks? That leaves 5% to be antsy with to hit it big. 5% of your total portfolio. Boom, you would not have lost 25% of your total savings. 2, if you're trying to hit it big and be a little bit more aggressive, do it with a smaller portion of your portfolio. So God forbid you lose it. It doesn't affect your total assets in a bad way. You put 50% of your money in. That's a lot of money to try to go after something super aggressive. And I cried. And it says it was not fun and I feel like I should never play the stock market again. So I'm going to absolve you of this confession. I'm going to absolve you because there's a couple of things that we learned here. 1, you should not be losing 25% of your savings on any one given day, ever. Even in the worst case scenario, in a 10 stock portfolio of all of, in your 80% of your retirement money, if you're given 10% per position, the most you're going to lose altogether is 10% of your total portfolio. Ooh. 10% of your, never get to that 25%. That's huge. And then to go put 50% behind an idea of trying to hit it big is like rolling the dice. Craps. That's not what you want to do. That's not what investing is all about. Now, a lot of people out there will say that's what investing is all about. It's all about taking a crapshoot. No. A lot of what investing is all about is learning how to stick to a game plan, knowing when to buy, what to buy, and when to sell. That's what investing is all about. But a lot of you out there, because you don't have a game plan, it does become a crapshoot. Stop letting it become a crapshoot. Be more informed in your decisions of what to make, and then putting, So this was a beautiful confession, but I am going to absolve you of your confession because there's things that you now learn that you won't do going into the future. All right. Bring this chat over for me. I'm very curious to know, how did you like that? Again, I like that we're going the direction of the stock market confession. What we've all been there, turn the L's into lessons. I want to know what you guys feel about stock market confessions. Do you like it? Do you not like it? It is something that we are going to do going forward, but I think that's, time is going to take, it's going to take some time to get into it. I need you guys to fill out those forms for me if you want to submit your confessions. All right, so we give it a thumbs up. Dorothy said no. All right, that's fine. Still new and learning. I confess I like it. Thank you, Will. I like it. Hit them with the realism. I like that. That's the good point about this is if I may not absolve you of the trade. I may not absolve you of the confession. All right, especially if you're doing something that you shouldn't be doing and you were just greedy. Yeah, I'm not absolving you of the confession. I'm taking you in. I'm taking you in because you knew better than that. All right, so it looks like for the most part, I've only had one person that said no. That's interesting. I like it, Glenn. Nobody learns from being right. You're absolutely right on that, Roger. That's good. Your character could be a Catholic priest. Carol, I'm not going that direction. I was thinking about that direction, but I don't talk politics or religion in here, so I'm not going with the Catholic priest. All right, I'm not gonna go with the Catholic priest. All right, so I like that. Elizabeth says share and learn, kind of like it. Raphael says kind of like it. Well, that's better than not liking it. All right, so I'm putting that out there. I am going to keep it going. All right, and eventually, once it ramps up and we get a character that we're going to promote with this, it's going to have its own day.